Hey everyone, QuickShot14 here. Welcome back to our Minecraft LP. I want to greatly apologize for all the mic issues I've been having for the last few months. In fact, it was so bad, and it finally went out on me that I've actually had to borrow my wife's headset until I can get me a new one in the next couple days. So I do apologize for that. I'm going to be making a special little thing that I'm sure you guys have already seen, apologizing for the sound errors and sound problems. You guys did miss some stuff because of that, and I do again apologize for it. As you can see, we have made our way back to the fort. I have did finish working on the wow, I'm gone. The teleport room. Oh, that's loud. Not used to this headset yet. So I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. I totally apologize for these sound issues that you guys have been having to deal with, and the cuts that have been because of that. I totally apologize for that. So as you can see, I've got it all set up here. We got these in here. It's not too difficult. Just had to do it slowly as we were fighting gas coming through and everything. Hopefully that's not too loud. Tried to turn it down. So yeah, I finished that up. We also did a little bit of work on the other end, setting things up. I'm just gonna go show you guys that a little bit. You haven't missed too much, to be honest. And I'll probably do some more work out of recording and pick it up later because I am kind of tired. I'm just too tired to really record and focus. So it's been one of those days. So yeah, as you can see, I got my watch back, which is nice. I am carrying a diamond pickaxe for gate reasons. I gotta fix the gate on the other end. Our gate room will move. It'll have to, because where it's at right now is not very relevant to where it comes out at when we come back. So it will be moving. As you can see here, we've added up a little bit. I even extended that out a little bit, and we have a little workroom here. And that's really all you guys have missed. So when we come back, we'll get into that. Hopefully I'll be refreshed, and you guys can enjoy it. So see you in a bit. Hey everyone, QuickShot14 here. Welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft. Bring me Ray Cokes. What? Ray Cokes. I almost said Ray Cookies. Whatever. Here with a little update as we get into this. Another day. I went ahead, finished what I was doing. I moved the portal in the secondary fort, and I'll be glad to show you that to you here in a little bit. But I also finished something more important. The lockdown is complete. That's right. All entrances except, of course, for the underwater bridge, as that's not considered a real entrance or anything, is now hooked up to our fort lockdown system. So that's the front entrance, the back entrance, the side entrance, the underwater dock, the portal room side part, and they're all linked up now to the fort lockdown with a quick flip of the switch. Boom! There is no way in or out of the major entrances. The underwater bridge, of course, is one of those that can travel between each complex, and of course the emergency exit is available for exits only. Otherwise, there's no way in or out. Eventually, of course, the sky towers, or hello spider, not sky bridges, will also be a means of getting in or out. The idea, of course, being on a lockdown system, I'm very happy to see those first videos come up and you guys responding that it's a pretty neat system and using it on your own, so that's pretty cool. So let me turn that off, and let me show you the system before we close it up finally, and show you kind of what we did here. As we come down here to the next level, and this is literally all the redstone I have left, not counting what I'm using in the lab. So here's our first splitter. This split here goes, I believe, that goes to the portal room. That's the portal room split. So this leads to the portal room mechanics, and as you can see, it just winds its way through my fort here. I mean, seriously, underneath here, as you can see where I was checking to see where I'm at, there's hallways and stuff. You can see this is like right up of that, so I had to bring it down further. And yeah, this goes all the way to the portal room. So that's the portal room split. What's great is if I decide to add more lockdowns to this line, I can just do it off these main lines. So that is the portal room split. And then as you go just a little further down the line, right here is the front entrance split. So this is what leads to the front entrance, and of course you know this leads down to the split between the back entrance and of course the side entrance and the other one. Let's see, here's the lab. So let's go and take a look at this. So we've extended this out. This is for the front entrance. So this goes all the way to the front entrance. So this is all new. I went ahead and dug this out this morning before I went to class. Yeah, because I woke up fairly early. So right here is actually the way into the front entrance. So we kind of have to make our way down here. And we kind of go right underneath it. And then we come out right here. You can see our little inverter. And here is the front entrance. Right here. We are literally right underneath the front entrance. You can see the half steps. And literally the doors are right here. And you can see how, so we did a little different system here. I did. We have the pressure plates, so no matter which pressure plate I push, since it's 2 doors, obviously, no matter which pressure plate I push on, or if it's the button from outside, it will open both doors. So we have the lockdown which enters through here. And when the lockdown's active, of course, this is on. This is the actual input here for all 3 of those inputs. So we have both pressure plates coming down to the sides here, underneath, and then we have the other one coming down from the side here and connecting right here, and then going up and inputting into here. The button is actually like right over here, so it hooks up to the side, this pressure plate here. And if any of those are hit, you know, this redstone torch is turned off, which of course turns it on. We have our inverter here for the door, since it is a double door, and then that of course opens the doors. And you can see the split here to open each door. So it actually wasn't too bad considering the space. I mean, space is limited, especially right here, because we have the water fountains like right above, so I had to really change it. And so that's why we did a little more what's the word I'm looking for? A little more optimized for the button. I could easily turn the other buttons that I have for the other entrances, instead of using an additional red torch for its signal right into the other ones. But that allows me to have more spacing for the buttons, as some of them do. Like, for instance, the back entrance button is actually quite far from the pressure plate, the other one. This one's pretty close. And you can kind of see here, because of the way it's situated, I kind of had to... You can see the light, or the redstone here for the button. Let me just make sure there's no... Ooh, feathers. I need feathers so bad. I need more arrows. So feathers are a good thing. I'll go kill that duck in a minute. So, you can see our button is right here, and that's where the redstone is. So when I push it, it does the same circuit, just like these. I can push either one of these. It doesn't matter which, it will open up both doors. It's a really nice system. It works great, and this is the last door that we need to do this with. So now the fort lockdown is complete. I can flip a switch, and they're all secure, which is really cool. And I'm glad you guys like the system idea, and I'm glad a lot of you got it down. I know it can be quite confusing, so if you're still having trouble with the idea right now and you really like it, go back through it step by step and see how we did it. I mean, I still have the original experimental up, so let me go back to that real quick, since we gotta go back to the lab anyway. So, really quick, let me go through exactly what we did here, and I might even do step by step. So this is the model I went off for the for it. So we have our standard doorway here, which is connected normally just by straight redstone, and we press plate, it opens the door. What we have here is a redstone torch system. There's mainly 3 redstone torches. This is the primary torch, if you will. that indicates whether or not to open the door. If this is lit, this is powered, and it opens the door. You see that when we push here, okay? All right. This redstone torch is always active until the pressure plate is done, cutting power to this redstone torch, indicating that we need to open the door. Simple. Now, as you can see in here, we go around over here to this inverter. This is an inverter of taking our power here from our switch, whether or not to do this. If this is lit, it provides power just like this one does. So no matter what, if we push on this, since the other one is providing power, it keeps power to it, keeping this torch off and therefore preventing the door from being opened, even though we're standing on it or pushing a button or whatever. And that's indicated, of course, by flipping the switch. Oops, time lapse. Just a second. There we go. So as you can see, it turns the torch on. This torch here. So even when we push on here, it turns that off. But since there's still power coming here, it keeps the door shut no matter what we do. The button isn't that much difficult. I mean, honestly, all you got to really do is put a place for the button. Let's say the button was right here. Okay, let's pretend there's a button here. Alright, then all I'd have to do is just simply connect it to that torch. It's a very simple method. Connect it to that torch. And then when I push the button, it would power. It would obviously. Here, let me do it this way. It would obviously power this torch, and that would turn it off and open the door. So, pretty simple. That's the basis. If you didn't quite get that, of course, I think I explained it a little better the first time, and I kind of go over it a little bit more in depth. So this was our model for it, and it worked out really well. This was my test model, and it worked out really well. And of course, now the system is done, which is freaking awesome. So we can finally seal the wiring. And honestly, all the wiring is to get the lockdown signal down there is just a whole bunch of single inverters. You only need singles because we do our last inversion at the bottom. So when we actually get to the doors, and that's what you kind of saw there before the torches. So we only need single inverters. Where am I going? And that'll save you some redstone. Obviously, it'll save you some red. Jeez, James, focus. It'll save you some redstone torches that way, because you're going to need them for the actual doors. So let's seal up. And real quick, just a reminder of how we do the light signal. So as you can see here, we have, this is right behind the switch, and this is right behind the torch. So here, let me cut this out and I'll show you. See, this is right behind the torch, and then that's right behind the switch. Okay? So when we cut, right now it's getting power. When we cut power, it turns the torch on, and then it locks down everything else and just brings the signal down. Now, if you wanted it the other way, where if the switch is down, it does lock down instead of up, all you got to do is when you're placing your switch, like that. That's it. See? That was simple. When you do it, basically, if you place the switch after you place the redstone and your torch, then having it down will do lockdown. Having it up will do turn lockdown on. Wait, that's what we have it set for in the first place. Okay. Let's say you wanted to switch that. That's not very hard to do. All you got to do is put a redstone torch. Jeez. Really? All you got to do is put a redstone stone. All you got to do is this. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. That's it. Just put a little inverter. As you see, it's providing power to it. Oh. Why isn't that turning off?